Good evening and welcome to Saturday night. This is not Fernando. This is Doug.
Hold on, you totally look like Fernando.
Let me adjust the white balance a little bit.
Hey now.
Hi, guys.
There he is. What is happening? Let me pull that guy up. Oh, not that one. That one. Jesus, it's somewhere in here. There you go. That's what I wanted to do earlier.
There you go.
All right. So
That's cute.
I know, right? And I was
like-
doing this the other night. I was Mike Wazowski-ing it. I made the cover. And welcome to day number 7 of the 12 Days of Christmas. So for those of you that are just tuning in, thank you for tuning in tonight. We are going to be doing Q&A at about the 20 to 30 minute mark. We're going to put all the fun stuff out that we have. We're going to be having Doug help us with some Q&A. Doug, if you guys don't know, he's been in the industry an extremely long time. Oh, and by the way, this is Douge Dobson with HKI. I'm sorry. I just feel anytime I say Dougie Fresh, this
There
is
he
Dougie Fresh.
is.
So for those of you guys that don't know, for some of you guys that were with us for a couple of years now, you may remember when we did the original 12 Days of Christmas, Doug was the first show we did. And at the time, he was with another 3-letter acronym company. Apparently, they can't get past that.
Simple minds.
So,
Simple one. There you go. That's it.
Oh wow. Okay. Moving on. So
Not in a bad way.
I know, I'm just kidding. So
If it's on a license plate?
it fits on a license plate and
There
on
you
a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I like that t-shirt too. I think I have one of those.
If not, let me know.
I think I do. As you know, and you probably have too, that pile of t-shirts.
Yes.
So I'm really bad about it. I keep them in the plastic bags. Like I never take them out of the plastic. Okay, go ahead.
Those are to be worn.
I
You can get more.
I know.
Like Hot Wheels as a kid, get 2 of each one, play with one.
No, that was Star Wars action figures.
All right. You still have them?
Yeah, the originals, but the ones I played with, because anyways.
So the
welcome.
shirt you're gonna sell it as a what? As a collector item?
No, I'm just
in the
gonna
future?
do like what your Mr. Boy from Arizona,
Todd Ramsey?
Todd Ramsey did. Just like ship it to somebody at some point. And be, hey, you can give
Give
all
this
this
away.
stuff away. Which I kept the hat. Anyways, moving on. So welcome to the day number 7 of the 12 days of Christmas. Today is HKI Day, and we have 2 gifts that we're going to be giving away today. And I'm going to shut this off just for right now because I feel the festivities are over. And the first one, of course, is the Evo X2 400.4 in the Iridium set of 6.5 components. And that is going to be followed up by this fast module here. Now, as you can see from this, we're going to switch to camera 4. We have this cool setup here. And then we also have this setup right here. And we'll figure out how to display both of these. And what that's going to do is these are going to be, we're going to explain to you what the fast module is. So one of you guys is going to get a fast module. How we're going to play this out is Doug is going to draw the winner for these guys here first. And then we're going to talk a little bit about fast and how it works and what to expect when you get your fast module. Are fast modules available online now? They didn't
No,
finish
sir.
doing that?
Nope, we're keeping it.
Okay.
With the,
I thought they were.
the brick and mortar.
Okay, whatever works.
There was discussion of it, but
I was over there. Anyways, I was outside. So yeah, that's how this is going to happen. And let's just get to the drawing. Let's get rid of some of this stuff first. Get this out of the way because I know a lot of you guys are super excited to get your hands on this. And then after we get done with fast, we're going to reset. We're going to play a quick commercial, and then we're going to talk car audio. I'm not saying that this guy's like a DSP master.
But
he
if
is.
you have questions,
So if you have
this is your
DSP
time to
questions
answer, guys.
at
This is the time to
8 o'clock hour
Yeah.
would be a great time to
send you questions.
these are SQ. That'd be a great time to get your questions queued up. Doug is a plethora of knowledge just oozing.
I'm just old.
Yeah, I know.
That is true. That is true.
Yes, dude, that was so funny because it was like 2 old guys and Tommy. And because we're walking around. For those of you guys that also caught the Emma trip video, Doug is the other guy that's in the video.
Really, he is?
Yeah,
I
Doug
didn't know
Doug and
that.
Tommy.
1, 2.
Yeah, 2. Are you sure? Yeah. Jesus Christ! No, really, he's on the side of the building. That was the best. We would do the movie references, and Tommy would be over there like, I don't understand what you guys. If you guys want to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm in. You know, I was like, no, dude.
Maybe pizza, but no.
Yeah. Oh, okay, way to go. All right, so here's how this works. Today we had about 450 entries for this prize. We've selected 5 of those entries randomly, and now we're going to draw some losers and some winners.
Hey, yeah, it happens.
This is the fun I get to have.
Okay.
Because I get to, we get to. So we're going to draw one number out of here. And this number is going to be, as always, a loser. Sorry. Oh, before we do that, hold on. We have Josh, Kara, Leslie, Junjun, and Ronald. Not even going to try some of these last names. So
Jones is not that tough to say.
Jones was easy, but Sugar,
All right, so
Stickles, okay. Anyways,
Doug, yeah, go ahead.
No, he's good.
No,
He's good.
okay.
All right, so
Let's just make sure this one wins and we can say it.
yeah.
Of course, now it's going to sound funny if he does.
All right, so those are our 5 contestants. Could be you. What do you got in your hand?
I have a 3.
Let's see.
Number 3.
Zettler. Sorry. You were
Settler?
so close. Zettler.
Looks like Zettler.
Look, I'll go with Zettler.
Yeah.
So-
All right, sorry, Lizzie. Leslie?
Leslie. Sure.
Okay, there you
Whatever.
go.
Hey, man. I'm a cursed area guy.
So number 3 is
Number
out.
3 is out. So that leaves us with 4.
I'm just want to show
Oh,
you
show it.
guys.
Yeah,
So
that was a
number
3.
3
Yep.
out.
We're going to draw one more. This one is going to be the winner.
Oh, the rest are okay.
Well, that way we have 3
Yeah.
left over for fast. That's going to go slow.
So that's gonna be the winner right there.
Dude, really? What'd you get?
I got a 5.
Ronald Jones is the winner. All right. There we go.
5.
I held it up. I thought,
Yeah,
but
Ronald
we'll get up
Jones was
there.
number
That's a
5. So congratulations,
Oh
Ronald
my God,
Jones.
dude, this is hilarious.
Cheesy.
Way to predict it.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow, man,
Hey.
that was.
After that, we can go to the gas station. You pick some numbers for the lottery. We might hit it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So that still leaves us with 3 names in the bucket. One of you is going to end up with this fast module. But first, we're going to find out what fast is, because I'm not going to put it there. It'll be in the way of the thing. Because honestly, I'm still a little gray on it too, even though I've had
Recount.
always. Oh, we always recount every time. Anytime there's a winner, it automatically goes default right into a recount. No, it doesn't. So let's talk about fast.
Sure.
What is it? What does it do? And what are you going to demo for me?
Well, fast is a throttle gas pedal interface.
Okay.
And it is just a way to get different performance out of your vehicle. Anything that's a drive-by-wire system, which is almost every car in the U.S. since 2000, 2005.
Okay.
We take the signal from the factory, from the pedal to the computer. We analyze the signal, run it through an algorithm, and make it more aggressive. Currently more aggressive. We'll have very soon a version that will make it more economical.
Oh.
So fast might not be so fast, but it'll be a little better for you. So fast just started out as a fun name. We're changing it up a little bit now. So it will likely stand for something like full acceleration security technology.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Well, fast does a lot more now too.
It
so
does.
like we have the module that you sent us for the Jeep
Mhm.
that'll allow us to do automatic all windows up, all windows down, safety feature so that you can't get your hand locked in the window.
That's actually our other line, Pro.
Oh,
Pro is the window interface modules.
okay.
The fast modules are all accelerator pedal based.
Okay.
So what are some of the safety features with this that you can do? Because I know now in the app that you control from your phone, you can turn things on and off, or
We can do exactly that. So it's a basic interface. We'll pull up the one that we've sent here that I don't know which one this is, but this is an F. So this might work if you got a Chrysler. We have a universal module, and we have 28 different harnesses that will plug into your gas pedal. What I have behind me was a little something we set up for trade shows, because the real way to sell this, plug it into somebody's car, and as soon as they feel it, accelerator pedal acting differently, they're going to want it in their car. So, in fact, we came up with this little kit. So it has 28 different harnesses in it, a couple of the universal modules, and storefront.
So if you got a normal car that's just this will make the gas pedal and the response more exciting
because of the different fuel mappings or the different mappings it has. It works well for everything. I've got a standard 4-cylinder car at home that needs more acceleration, basically through up to the mid-range. I've got a turbo 4-cylinder that needs way more bottom end, but does really well in the middle of its path. I've got a Jeep that's just lame as can be all the way through. And, I've got a Jeep that has a small block in it that it's got plenty of power, just needs a little more at the end.
So this is all smartphone controlled.
It's all smartphone controlled. We have an app. Should have been a little more prepared for this.
No, that's okay. You're actually fine. Just go ahead and plug this into your phone.
Oh, is that going to show what?
Yes, it's going to show right on the TV. Heck yeah, man. You might not be prepared, but we are.
Downloading accessory firmware.
Maybe later.
It's gonna just give it a second. It just take a second. Probably more than a second.
Oh, there we go. All right, so let's pull it up here. And we can turn this on, and they can see us. All right, so what are we looking at?
So this is the normal control panel. And right now, it is in the off position. So it's factory performance.
Whatever factory.
Nobody would notice it, any change to this being in your car, including the dealership. And then, of course, we have the different modes with city, tour, sport, and fast. And each of those has 9 different levels of control in it.
Well, we like to call it excitement, but we'll go with control.
You can go with excitement. There's no E in fast. So
yeah, no.
Can't use that one right now. So we just take the fuel, what the accelerator is telling the computer, modify that signal, and make it more fun to drive. And this little setup is something I put together for trade shows.
All right, so we'll go over to 4.
Okay.
All right, so this is an accelerator pedal kit.
And this is actually the accelerator out of the Touareg that's sitting in my driveway that hasn't moved in a few months.
Well, yeah, because you're missing the gas pedal.
Well, I could put it back in, but it's dull. Air suspension's messed up.
So then you do this.
Mm-hmm. This takes 5 volts in from the factory and has 2 ground wires, and then it has 2 TPS wires. So we take those wires and send different signal
to your TPS reports. Sorry, go on.
Wow. You want me to use these as a flare? Tell me. So I run the 4 different signals into this oscilloscope, so you can kind of take a look at what's going on because of some of the features and what it does.
Oh yeah, okay. So now we can look at the oscilloscope. We'll pull up 7 here. We'll keep us in the corner. Oh, whoa, that was neat. What happened there?
That is kind of interesting.
Okay, we'll try that again. I think I went a little too fast. Oh no, that is weird. Okay.
I mean, they can get the idea there. They can still see it.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Is there something in my signal or?
No. I think that's just strange.
Call tech support. Oh.
It's like, all right. Let me turn this.
No, just press down.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. So we have that.
That's
weird. That's 7.
Right.
Yeah, don't touch it.
No.
Stop touching that.
All right.
So in off, you can see on the bottom we have a green trace and a purple trace. On the top we have blue and yellow. Those are the 2 different signals. At rest, they're the same. Right now, it's in off mode.
Okay.
So as we push up, why is that not That's a different screen.
This
It's just slower. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
My bad.
That's okay. It's okay.
So they track really closely together all the way up to the top of the stroke. Nobody would know there's any difference there. We can go to city mode and maybe a 4, and you'll see.
So let me show that. That was probably a mistake, but we'll bring it back up. So that's at 4. We'll come back to this. Oh, no, we're working. Okay, cool.
And now you can see that the green is way ahead of the purple. So it's sending more voltage to the BCM and to the engine. So the throttle is going to open quicker. And all it is acting like the pedal is in a different spot than it is. And at the end of the stroke, we still end up with the same overall performance. So we're not changing anything about the actual performance of the vehicle. There's no horsepower difference. There's no torque difference. But there is a difference in the way it feels when you're driving. We can get up into the.
Let me turn that back on. So
get up into fast mode.
All right, we'll go to 7. All right, let me show this.
Fast 9.
Fast 9. So that's Mac Daddy right there.
I think that was the movie, no?
That was 5. Well, probably 9 or 27 by now.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
I don't think it likes my computer.
No, it's I don't know what it is.
You broke it. Oh my god.
Either that or it's input 7 is doing weird crap.
Okay.
Probably my purple drink. I spilled it all over your setup.
All right.
There. Oh no. Oh, that is so weird. It's fine there, but not there.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
All
it's
right.
just that monitor.
Okay, so let's try that one more time. Go. Come on.
People do not want to see that.
Well, it's weird because
maybe they're not seeing it.
No, they are seeing that.
Okay.
That is strange. Okay, so anyways, let's just go back to here. So we can press the gas pedal and then.
And if you could see what it's doing, yeah, pull it up. There we go.
Let's say you can let's just disconnect that.
Yeah.
It's display monitor.
Oh yeah, you don't need the monitor.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll just come over here.
Oh, I tracked.
Oh.
And then we
This is
dancing
called-
over here,
this is
guys.
called live,
we
guys.
dancing.
All right, and we'll go back to
We
4.
didn't rehearse this.
And all right, so put it right here next to the gas pedal. And so we see that, and then I'll move.
Now,
Yep.
as I push on that pedal, you can see how aggressive the green signal is compared to the purple and the yellow to the blue. Again, at the end of the stroke, they match up just like they were from the beginning. So that allows you to have full acceleration even when you're at like quarter of the pedal.
That's pretty cool.
And we took it from that to being something even cooler.
All right, let me
I'll just do
pull
this.
out 8.
'cause-
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
No, we good?
So we have the off button that we talked about earlier. Well, there are 2 separate buttons down here. One is the parking mode or valet,
This is the safety stuff.
and it may not like being plugged. Oh, there we go. Comes up with a menu. You can punch any code you want into this. It's just a matter of not accidentally doing it in your pocket.
Okay.
So parking mode allows you to have anywhere between 15 and 50% of the output go to the BCM. So now,
Let me pull that camera back up, and we'll go back to 4. We're on 4.
oh, I didn't realize how hard your job was.
Hey, it is. It's rough. It's rough,
So,
bro.
oh, you know what? This has a little stand on it.
I was, yeah. I didn't realize how hard your job was.
Wow.
Moving on.
Oh. See, now I'm messing it all up.
I didn't think that hard, you guys' job it is. Wow.
All right. So now at 50% throttle, we push it to the ground, but we're not sending out the signal.
Okay.
We're only getting a little bit of performance there, even though the pedal's all the way. We can take that all the way down to 15%. So when you go to Valet Park, your Hellcat kind of becomes a Hello Kitty or some crap. I don't even know what. It takes all the performance away. They can drive it, they can maneuver it, but it's not going to be any fun to drive. It's not going to get aggressive. They're not going to spin the tires. We saw that and we thought that's really cool. We can take it another step further.
Okay. Well,
Because people with Hellcats, TRX trucks, again, the whole Fiat Chrysler
yeah.
group has been a big problem with them getting stolen. So we got the same lock mode, you punch in a 3-digit code, whatever you want. And now that pedal does exactly nothing. They can swap BCMs, they can start the car, they can do whatever they want. The pedal's not doing anything.
So the car is not moving.
It's not moving anywhere.
So the engine's on, but no one's home.
You talking about us or the car?
The car. The
Okay,
car.
yeah,
The car.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
The car. Yeah. Definitely the car.
So it's it adds a ton of performance, but we've had such success with the safety and security portion of it that we're looking at changing what the fast really means. But overall, it's a fantastic performance add-on. Doesn't matter if the vehicle's tuned. It doesn't matter anything else, and it fits almost any car. With this kit right here. Oh, we're on this camera. Okay. This kit right here. This will fit over 550 models. Anything in the U.S. that's sold currently is pretty much there. Normally there'd be one more harness and module, but I got a rental car out there and it was really lame for the drive up.
Oh, okay. So you put it into the rental car.
So
there you go.
Unless someone from Fox Rental Car is watching, then I didn't do that.
Can you use this on a manual?
Yes, you can use it on anything that has a drive-by-wire system.
Okay.
In fact, we have a new version. Is yours IP that we?
This one?
No, that's it.
That's the other one. We have this setup that we created for Jeep Wranglers, Ford Broncos. There's a version for Harley Davidsons, Can-Ams, Polarises, side-by-sides in general.
Right.
Waterproof.
Oh, okay.
So the universal module, because it's so open and
this
and,
one. Yeah.
and regular, that wouldn't do so well getting wet. But this guy is watertight. So
Tory.
Very nice.
Daniel, put it on my box.
So we have a huge variety of them, and
somebody is going to win one next. Actually, not somebody. There's 3 people that are eligible to win it out of the contest. If you missed the beginning of the show, Ronald Jones won the speaker amplifier combination. Congratulations there. And now we have Josh, Carl, and Jujun.
Yeah.
That are eligible to win the Tory fast module. How it's going to work is we don't actually have a fast module here for you. When I email you, I'm going to ask you for your make, model, and year along with the place I'm going to mail it to. And then they are going to send you the corresponding module with harness for your car. Keep in mind, the car that you ask us to send you a module for has to be a fly-by-wire, meaning there can't be a wire that goes from your gas pedal out to something, like it has to be a modern car.
I was asked why we didn't have one for a 2013 Ridgeline the other day.
Yeah.
And I realized that was the last remaining Honda that was still a cable.
Yeah, so it can't have a cable.
Wow.
Hey, not everybody. Okay, so we have 3 winners, 3 possible winners of this awesome gift left. Blah, blah, blah. Let's draw.
You're not going to believe that you don't drink.
Everyone knows I don't drink. It's just what it is. Let's draw 2. And then the person left will win.
All right. So 2 losers.
2 losers and a winner.
Yeah.
You know who had the most fun doing this?
Who's that?
What's his name?
I don't know.
Owner of Ground Zero.
No, Carl.
No, Carl.
Oh, of Ground Zero.
I'm sorry. Carl and Nico
Yes.
did this.
Yeah.
And they had a blast. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Carl. Those 2 guys, they had the most fun. Nico was hilarious. And Carl, they're like, oh, we're so sorry, but you lose. I was like, oh my God.
I could try it.
No, that's okay.
All right. Well, number 4 is a loser.
All right,
number 4, Jun.
Let's show the number on the screen. Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
Nope,
Jun.
4.
Yeah.
Ooh,
4.
we got Car and Josh. It's going to be one of you guys is the next loser. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad.
All right. Ooh.
It's like a little beauty pageant in here.
We have the winner over here.
Yeah, the winner's still left in there. Take your time.
It's very complex folding. Number 2.
Cara, you're the loser. That leaves Josh Sugarhart. Sure, Josh. Josh,
Sure.
you're the winner. Congratulations on getting yourself a fast module from Tory. Thank you guys so much for playing.
There you go, number 1.
Fast.
Very good.
Thank you guys so much for playing along. Now it's time for Q&A. But first, before we do that, I would like to pull this up to say, hey, thank you guys so much. This is day 7 of the 12 days of Christmas. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. Basically every day but Christmas Eve, which is Saturday. It's hard to believe. It's like that close. So we have 5 more days of gifts to give to you. And if you thought these gifts were good, wait till next week. Oh my gosh, Fernando stacked the deck. Next week, we got a ton of cool stuff coming your way, so make sure you follow along. Remember, the video goes up every morning on YouTube at 5:30 a.m., followed there by Facebook, and, of course, a reminder on Instagram. So there's no excuses for you guys not to enter. That's it. That's all we got. So Q&A time.
How can you stand there with that branch in your face?
I know.
I know. I can't do that.
It's just terribly. So what we're going to do is Fernando's going to play a couple ads. We're going to move this out of the way, and then we're going to come back and do our Q&A. So please don't go anywhere. And like I said, DSP guy. But any tech questions?
All your questions.
Get the questions up in the queue. You can be typing the questions while the 2 ads are running.
Yeah.
So that way Fernando can go ahead and tag those up. Are you ready, Fernando?
I'm ready. Ready, set.
Okay.
Hey.
Woo, and we are back.
That's right.
Woo, hey guys, you know what time it is. It's that time. Hey, this second half of the show is brought to you by Audio Control. Thank you so much, Audio Control, as always, for being a proud sponsor of the show. If you'd like to know more about Audio Control or check out the fine group of products they have, make sure to head over to audiocontrol.com. Remember, they make home audio, Rialto. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yep. Anyways.
Yes.
Hey, Doug, nice to join us.
It is nice to join you.
Yeah, where you been, man?
Hanging
Hanging
out in Fort Myers with my family a little bit.
Okay. Hello, my peeps. What's up? Hey, have you heard of this cool thing we're doing called the Clean Wire Challenge?
I have.
Master Tech Expo.
I have a little bit, yes, sir.
All I want to know is whose idea that was.
I mean,
I got volunteered for it. Which I'm happy about. I'm really excited.
There are conversations around Mobile Solutions offices and
Yeah.
between friends, and obviously
Yeah.
y'all have
Something
created a
happened
little
in there.
something with it. So it's
Yeah.
kind of fun. And
It's gonna be cool. We still have. You guys can still enter if you'd like to enter to be considered to have one of the 8 positions available to you. To enter, you just there again send pictures to dnfchristmas@yahoo.com. The tagline has to be CWC or Clean Wire Challenge, and we'll take a look at those. And you can be consideration. Basically, what it gets you is it'll waive the $800 entry fee. You still have to pay for a hotel and a flight. However, it saves you $800, and you get to keep your amp rack when you're done.
Very cool.
That in itself is probably worth the value of the hotel and the flight. But that's besides the point. Although flights are expensive right now. Anyways, well, I have to buy.
try buying a bunch of them the same day.
I do. I buy 2. No, Fernando needs to pay for his own flights. Nope. So, anyways, you got some questions for us, Fernando?
All right. So I have this one, and I don't know if you know the answer of that. You guys ship to Canada. Turi.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we have distribution up there.
Okay.
You know who it is? No, it's okay.
So what they can do,
they just got bought out. And
They got moved.
So can they go to the website and
absolutely
they actually ask
HKI-USA.com and click on Turi and our distribution up there.
Even though it should be HKI North America, I think. Yeah, that okay.
I mean, it should.
I know that look. I've learned it. Okay, go ahead, Fernando.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some questions.
Just anything.
Miguel, the soldier and owner of Camaro from RX.
Oh,
yeah, that's the gentleman that he stopped by.
Yeah, we had a lot of guests this week. It was kind of cool. Yes. We had a bunch of people stop by this week that were just like, we had one guy that stopped by with his wife, and then because we keep the door locked, you got lucky because he had gone out, so the door was unlocked, but normally it's locked. And him and his wife were just kind of like floating around outside the door, and I'm like,
I remember my first visit here.
I'm like, why are those people just chilling? So I'm like, hey, yo, because we thought maybe it was their car we were working on. And they're like, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh, hey, how you doing?
Well, thank you so much, Miguel, for stopping by. All right, got the first question. 2021 Ford Bronco Sport bass system. I want to put a kicker key 200.4 and what plug and play harness has a sub out for that system?
Okay, so there's really no plug and play harness that's going to have a sub out because it's a base model stereo, so it's just going to have front rear output. Right now, PAC has the most current Ford harness available and a T harness. Mm-hmm. What you do is you're going to take the signal off of the front to go off to the subwoofer. So like if you're gonna run the kicker key, let's say front stage upgrade only to where you just put it on the door speakers and the dash speakers, you're gonna run that same output off to your sub amp, like a Key 501 or whatever you're gonna do there. But you're just gonna take the signal off of the front channels.
Yeah. All right. So.
Okay. Due to my 2022 four-door Bronco limited amount of space, would you recommend the JL Audio VXI DSP or audio control DSP? How many channels? All right. So have you done any work with Broncos?
Very little. I've worked on the gas pedals.
I've worked on the gas pedals.
Window modules.
Window modules.
Plug and play, we're covered. We're good.
Yeah, there you go.
So VXI, we know, as we were talking about earlier, is the audio controlled DSP amplifiers. Audio controlled DSP, I'm assuming the D series audio control amplifiers, which are a much bigger footprint than the VXI. Mm-hmm. But you used to work for a company that has probably some of the best small footprint amplifiers. So if you were going to do something like this, like an 8-channel, what would you recommend?
An 8-channel? I mean,
actually, you worked for two of the
I've worked for Electromedia. I've worked for MSC, which would be Helix. I've worked for
Ground
Zero.
Have you been paying attention to what the new Electromedia stuff is? Mm-hmm. The new Forza stuff? What are your thoughts on that? Like with the ability to add amplifiers. So you have you buy a 5-channel, but it's like a 14-channel DSP. That's with companion amps.
It was my favorite. I was with Electromedia when those came out, and I loved the format of everything in the Prima lineup was going to be a 9-channel DSP. It might have 4 channels of amplifier, it might have 5 channels of amplifier, it might have 8 channels of amplifier. And how you wanted to distribute power would dictate what you would get. And I thought it was a fantastic setup. When we moved on from that and looking at other lines, I didn't realize that other people tended to do, you've got 2 extra channels of output.
Yeah.
Or 1 extra channel of output. And I like the idea that no matter what, I knew I was going to have 9 channels of DSP. I thought that was cool. So I like the fact that it's bigger now and based on the same theory. I think it's outstanding and the way to go. It might be coming to some other lines.
I'm sure it will eventually. I mean, it's too good of an idea not. What we're talking about is like if Audison makes the or Electromedia, but it's Audison as the brand, they make the new Forza line of amplifiers. So you had Prima and you had a Prima Forza, and now you have Forza. But the really cool thing about it is you can grow with VXI. I mean, you can buy the VXI hub and you can add more amplifiers into the mix depending on the hub. But with the Forza, it's a small footprint amplifier, smaller than the VXI, and it has the whole DSP for the whole system built into it. You buy it as a 5-channel amp or an 8-channel amp or a 4-channel amp or whatever you need, but then they also sell companion amplifiers that are roughly the same size, if not smaller. So if you ever decide to grow the system, you can, because you already have this bigger multi-channel DSP built into it. So when you said how many channels, I don't know. I don't know what you're planning on doing. So buying something like a 14-channel amplifier DSP is pretty cool. What?
Oh, I'm just reading some of the messages coming in.
Okay. You can tell them. You can click on them.
Yeah, if
You grab
you
the mouse
see
and click on
something
them.
that you see.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, there you go. That's that. Next.
All right. So I got this one for Doug. When I have questions about such as Sound Digital, should I like contact HKI or Sound Digital tech support?
It should be the same as long as you have USA contacts. HKI would be the one because HKI exists here in the US. So that you'll typically get a hold of. If it's motorcycle stuff, it might be Andy. Otherwise, it would be either Jacob or Rob. Me every once in a while, but not very often.
Okay. Yeah. No floating in the pool answering tech support.
I'm pretty much Turi right now because we got so much to develop and so much going on. But as that is more developed,
so if they have a questions about Turi and what car and all that stuff, you are the one answering.
Yes,
all
indeed.
those questions. Okay. All right. So hey guys, generally speaking, what makes an amplifier more sound quality oriented?
Higher crosstalk or signal noise ratio.
I'll go signal noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how often is it that something is completely defined as left channel or right channel and that you can hear that?
Well, it depends who you're talking to, I suppose. If you talk to Swedish Peter, these amplifiers are 100% zero crosstalk.
Well, if he says that, he's probably not being 100%.
Well, no, that's the new.
The Ultra?
Yeah,
well,
the
okay.
Ultra. Yeah. Because they're literally two circuit.
Nobody's
boards.
listened to those yet. Though.
Yeah.
A few of us might have.
Yeah, I mean,
Had some
we got the
access.
whole prototype 13, that I wanted to put in my backpack, but they were like, "You put it down, Dean.
It didn't fit. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah. So signal noise is pretty important, But I also think, like, if you just look at the sales pitch on the amplifier, like, you can kind of tell what companies are going for signal noise, what companies are pushing towards sound quality and.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's part of the story that the company tells. Not to say that, like, somebody that isn't like, oh, we make, I feel that's the flag you wave as a manufacturer.
Anybody who's serious about it is going to have good numbers on both.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I mean, if it's a matter of, 0.5 dB, doesn't matter at all either way. Signal noise ratio, it again, probably not going to matter a huge amount. They're going to be good numbers on the same amplifiers in most cases.
All right.
Oh, I want to start that one.
Okay.
Epicenter Micro will put out a big boom during songs like a turn on pop only as the song is playing. What did I do wrong? Well, an epicenter is looking at the signal coming into it and octave shifting down. If it's doing it in every song, I don't think you've done anything wrong. There might be something wrong with the epicenter, because that kind of doesn't make any sense. Like, unless if it only does it in one song, obviously it'd be the song.
Yeah,
but
I would assume as long as it's passing signal the whole time, it's not a signal thing where it's cutting out and catching a ground and throwing it off. So,
but yeah, if you get like a random like that, there's probably something. Where do you have it? You don't have it mounted on your subwoofer box, right? Right. Because I wouldn't do that if I were you. Because
why not,
dude? If you want to see a modern marvel packing small 10 pounds of stuff in a 1 pound bag, open an Epicenter Micro. Yeah. They have everything inside of that, so it's pretty crazy. Yes. But that doesn't make any sense. So without obviously hearing it to know what you're talking about, does it change when you adjust the effect, or does it just do it all the time? Also, how low do you have your sweep set to? Because if you have the sweep set too low, keep in mind when it says, like, if you've read the instruction manual, it tells you the low point to the high point. If you look at a micro on an RTA, if you set it to the lowest point, which is like 64 hertz or something like that, that means it's an octave down from that, which is 30 hertz. So if your box is tuned, if it's hitting the sweet spot on that box, you might be actually hearing the box just do a rise. So maybe try adjusting your sweep to a higher or lower frequency and see if that changes anything before you call tech support and see about possibly sending it back. Just a thought.
Looking for the best solution for a 6-channel or the equalization, should I go with a 3 keylocks or a JL86? The fix, of course. Some other DSP with the DEQ features.
Well, if you got a DSP that does all the DEQ, I mean, I'd rather have one box that does everything than 6 boxes to do it all. So
100%. Yeah.
So one of the new features in the Helix software is de-equalization built into it. So it will analyze the input signal. And one of the really cool things that we got firsthand from the engineer when we were over at Emma was how you actually use it. You get to choose how much of the 32 bands of equalization do you want to use for equalization and de-equalization. So you could say, hey, I want to use 10 bands to de-EQ it. It'll run it and it'll say, well, I need, and you can adjust how much tolerance you want. So it's actually probably one of the coolest de-equalization circuits that I've seen, because you have manual control about how far you want to get it flat. So you like, let's say a dB or 2 peak and valley. It's not, you know, you can adjust that. And then you could tell I don't want to use 10 bands, and it'll say, well, I can do it in 6. Okay. Or I'm gonna, if you want that amount of closeness, I'm going to need more. So there again, not the Helix will do it. And Audison will also do it too. They have a full, and so will a Moscone. So you could get into one of those 3 big DSPs that have these features built into them and work really well right out of the box. Now, to be fair to the key locks, yes, you could put 3 key locks in a car, but keep in mind, you really only need to de-EQ the channels that you're planning on using. So if you have front, rear, and sub, yeah, cool. But if you're only, reality is the front, if you can get a flat left and right output, that's all you really need. Unless you need fader control, which you could do with the amplifier or the DSP if it has it, but
not even necessarily flat, just reasonably flat.
Yeah.
And usable.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that the engineers do as they're designing a system in the car is to EQ it for what's there.
Right.
So if they've taken a flat signal and boosted the mid bass or boosted the mid range for whatever reason, and it sounds reasonably good because of the design of the vehicle, you don't want to take the EQ out just to add it back in later.
Well, you know, it's funny because we showed that we did a live audio control, because audio control will do de-equalization.
Mm-hmm.
And it does a really good job at it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they only have one EQ. So you can either use the DEQ or you can use it as an EQ. So if you run the sweep 3 times, it'll do a great job of flattening that input signal. But then if you look at it on an RTA in what you've just done, it's all messed up because you've taken away what the factory EQ is, what the factory guys have done. They've done a lot of work for you. They've kind of made your job a little bit easier. So
absolutely,
you know, unless there's like a drastic all-pass filter in there, which there again, you don't even need de-equalization to fix an all-pass filter. You just meter to find out where the all-pass filter is, put it on the other channel, and then it'll negate it, and you can do your own time alignment. But even still, getting rid of an all-pass filter, sometimes if an image is good from the factory, adding in or deleting that kind of might make it not sound as good. It's kind of weird. There he is. What's up, Arturo? So anyways, one of the
Arturo.
one. Hello. Anyways. Wow. What are you trying to say? Why do you pick on me like
he's
this?
one of my favorite people.
I know, but he has a very unique voice.
He does.
He does.
Yeah,
Now
he
my
does.
wife, she picks on me. She says, why do you sound like this? And I go, damn it, Dean. I am going to send you a box of goldfish.
Is he doing Desi or Nez or
Yeah.
is he doing
Hey,
Arturo?
It doesn't matter.
everybody thinks that he doesn't
It
drink,
doesn't matter.
but the water has something in there.
I love Arturo.
Absolutely.
Actually, it's funny. There's a picture over
Picture
there on
of
the other
him right
side of
behind
the
us.
chop saw.
Yep.
And that's Arturo.
All right.
You keep him right here next to our heart.
All right. So somebody asked, are the giveaways, the GZ speakers, the depth, are more shallow than the Kicker CS?
I gotta be honest with you, I have no idea.
Well, I have. If you pull out this one,
I don't
If
know
you
the
pull out
CS.
me,
Oh, hold on. Fernando's been doing research while we've been
I'm
talking.
trying to. So this is the depth on those speakers.
What is it?
19 millimeters. 41 point. Yeah.
That's got to be the tweeter.
I'm sorry. 165. My bad.
Well,
16.
that's the diameter.
Yeah. And the depth is 68 millimeters.
So
2.6 inches.
Yeah.
That's pretty shallow.
It's pretty shallow.
That is pretty shallow.
Not a large magnet structure. More efficient.
Man,
speaker.
that's gonna be tough. I mean, because the CS is a pancake.
It is a pancake, yeah.
But nothing is as shallow as the Morel Virtus Carbon Nanos, right, Doug?
Not that I've seen.
Not that I've seen either. It's pretty crazy. And I'd like to say, speaking of Morel, but we're not. We're going to say, speaking of Focal, this next, yeah, I know. They're all paid sponsors.
I have to work on this transition.
It's terrible. Speaking of Focal, thank you, Focal, is going to be the sponsor for the last 15 minutes of the show. Please keep your questions coming. We'll do the best we can. Head over to focalamerica.com and check out the new K2 M profile speakers. If you haven't seen them, it's like porn, baby. It's like porn. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, you gotta go there.
They are super sexy. Like, I don't know, you see a hole that big in the back of a mid-range. Okay, next question.
All right, next question we have. This is getting crazy. Another question about the 2021 Bronco Sport. Would I need to run an LC1I on that subwoofer?
Okay, so when you're talking about high-level integration into a factory head unit, it really comes down to the amplifier you're going to be using, because a lot of these amplifiers nowadays you buy, especially like a Key product, they have really good high-level to low-level adapters built into them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes, an LC1I is a great high-level to low-level adapter if you're needing one. But the first question is, do you need one? They're very helpful if you're going into something that has a lot of voltage output, which a factory Bronco radio does not. Most amplifiers, high-level to low-level sections, will handle between 10 and 12 volts of input, which is pretty good for a factory radio. So it really just depends on the amplifier you're getting. That would be where I'd start first.
All right. This is the next one.
Okay. Dean, I just picked up a set of JL Audio C3 6.5s for $100, new in the box. What would you compare them to?
The C3 525s? No, I don't know what they have for a 5-inch.
That was so bad. I was getting excited. I was like, wow, Doug's going to take this one. Thank you, Doug. Honestly, I don't know what I would compare them to. Listen, when it comes, there are certain products I'm just not big on, and the C3. I mean, for $100, you got a deal. Yeah, there's no question about it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not that speaker really doesn't move me in any way. It is what it is. If I was going to compare it to something, I'd probably say maybe a set of Alpine S types, possibly the. Probably the Alpine S type would be the closest thing. Maybe a set of Punch 6.5s might be in that same realm. But yeah, typically we take those out to put in more expensive speakers. Not to slam them, but for $100,
it's a good stepping stone.
That's a hell of a speaker for $100. You got a deal.
It is. You got a deal.
I would definitely not kick that out of bed. Anyways, moving on. Hi. Can DSP
taking high level input?
Yep, go ahead.
From OEM head unit ever beats clarity and resolution of a higher end head unit like Alpine Ayala XF 407.
So what are your thoughts on that? So integrating into a factory radio's amplified output.
I don't know the 407 in particular, but
let's just say any radio with a decent preamp output.
Decent preamp. I mean, they run that same preamp into their amplifier. The difference should be, as long as you stay on the clean side of the factory amplifier, that you have less chance of noise.
It's just a head unit. So we're talking just a basic head unit with, like a Honda Accord basic head unit with, Honda EQ.
Honestly, most factory head units now are pretty darn clean.
Distortion wise. Yes.
If they put some effect into it, that's usually not in the head unit. It's usually on an amplified system. And
except for Toyota.
Well,
and the new Nissans.
I mean, obviously things are changing.
Yeah.
Once the head unit becomes this big and this thick, and there's boxes everywhere, you can do whatever you want with it. So it changes, but I don't hesitate to use OEM high level signal.
No, no, it's usually not a problem. I mean, would we love to have clean RC output every time?
It'd be nice. I'd rather have digital output.
Okay, sure, digital, whatever works for you. But is it ever? You can do a lot with a DSP. Let's just say that. The one thing that I say that you can't ever escape is the floor noise. Like the factory radios, the way it's made, you're always going to have that as a problem, whether you're doing integration into it and you're getting a preamp level output, unless you're doing Toshlink, unless you're doing a digital out. So unless you can get a digital out of the factory radio somehow, there's always going to be a floor noise issue. Unless you just do amplifiers that are so big and that you don't need any gain at all, and they put out tons of power. Do that.
Do that. Doug said do that.
Yeah. Lots of power.
Lots of power.
Tweeters love 200 watts.
They do.
Even though I'll never see it.
Yeah, no. Laying out my new system and trying to figure out my sub orientation in the back of an extended cab Dakota. Ooh. Sub straight up or forward? Your opinion, please.
Is the seat staying in?
I'm thinking not, because it's Dakota. So Dakotas have absolutely no room at all. What would you do? Well, give me both. Straight up or firing forward?
Probably firing forward.
Regardless?
No, but I mean, I would build a demo enclosure, set it in there and go, okay, single woofer, firing forward, firing up, which is better. But if you're saying they're that limited on space,
yeah, Dakotas are tiny,
and he wants 12s or 15s, then you may not even have the space for that.
True. When I would take the back seats out of trucks, I would always downfire them. That was my go-to.
Not one of his options.
I know it wasn't one of his options, but he might not have thought of that. I would build a downfiring box and aim.
All right,
he
said the seat is gone.
Seat is gone.
Come on, let's go.
So I would
go with 410s.
I would build a downfiring 410 box.
Yep.
And load it to the floor. Oh yeah, downfire. Build a wood panel. You know, build my floor, solid floor. Build a box that sits on top of them. Fire them towards that. I'm horde loading them to the front. I don't have to hear cone noise.
With the seat gone, you can get a good amount of space under there, so it doesn't restrict movement at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Like 5 inches.
Nice little folded horn.
Yeah. Ooh. And then you have plenty of room to mount everything else.
You want extra output?
What's up, man?
Okay, you want extra output.
If you want extra output, fire them down.
Fire them down. Downfire on bitches.
What's up, Johnny?
And then you can put speakers on the top of the box.
Ooh. Yeah. Or you could mount a lot of DSPs and amplifiers.
No. Those go where your feet go, so that you don't have to worry about like the box rattling the crap out of them.
Hmm. They should put that in owner's manuals for amplifiers.
They should.
DSPs.
So I would put speakers on the top of them. And
Write it down, guys.
If I had to
please.
mount them to the box, then it would be like 3 layers on the top.
I do really cool trim pieces with LEDs and acrylic and.
Yeah, I did that too, but I'd still put lots of wood on top so that it wouldn't be like top of the box doing this. But
you're talking about extra speakers though.
Yeah,
you don't need more speakers.
You need more speakers, bro. I want people to hear me from down there.
I believe rear speakers are a communist plot.
Oh God. Moving on. You sound like Sage. Sage said that until Moscone came out with their firmware update and added the rear effects. He's like,
if you can process it, I like having a little effect in there.
Yeah, he goes, man, I used to hate rear fill, and then we got this setting in here. Now every car gets rear fill.
You take the helix, you invert the signal of one, so you got left minus right, and then take the 2 speakers, run them to one channel, invert the 2 speakers from each other. It can be fantastic.
Fantastic. What's the sound treatment you use on the plastic door panels that look like egg foam? Well, oddly enough, that is the Ground Zero
door kit.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the Ground Zero door kit. Now, there are companies that sell the egg crate foam by itself, but not very many here in the U.S. that we found.
You can get, Ground Zero online.
It's the cool door kit. It comes with everything. So it's a 2-door kit. Comes with the foam, comes with metal, comes with more foam, comes with butyl, comes with everything. It's a pretty cool deal.
It's a full kit.
If you can't find one anywhere, you can reach out to Paul and he will be happy to ship you one. at your cost.
There you go.
Your expense, not
Okay.
yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
That's their cost.
Yeah. Dean, what is your honest opinion about the adjustable A/B bias? Funny you should ask.
Oh, sounds like a conversation
Yeah.
we just had.
No kidding.
So, before the show started, Doug was telling us his car he's building. He's got a bunch of the uranium amps that he just got to go into that. Yep, I know it. It's
Hey, come on.
That's so
It's
weird.
that side. Yeah, I know. We tried flipping it and it just made it worse.
Yeah.
So and we were telling him how we put the 6-channel into Fernando's car and we had accidentally turned up the bias to full on the mid bass along with the tweeter, and we were like, oh, we didn't mean to do that. So he had been playing it like that for a couple of weeks, and we went back and we turned it down, hopped in and listened to it, and we were like, oh no, let's turn that back up. What were we
Let's
thinking?
leave it how it was.
Ow. So no, it's impressive. It's very impressive. It does create a lot more heat in the amplifier. A lot more heat.
Yes.
But is what it did for the mid bass? I mean, the treble was yeah, okay, cool.
That's night and day.
But what it did for the mid bass was very impressive.
Oh, it's incredible.
We're
Yes.
getting ready. We were talking about the CMA show. I'm going to be flying into Detroit, going to visit Tommy, and we're going to play with the AB bias on his amplifiers.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure he never
before we head
turned
up.
them
No,
on.
it's
Oh,
well, it was set, but speakers have changed, and so just want to sit and play with it. Important enough that we're going to take time to listen and set it up,
apart.
and
Yeah, that'd be cool. Dude, trust me, when we did it, we're like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God they don't put that in every amplifier.
I mean,
But then we get a tool for it. How do I properly set my bias?
years
You turn it up all the way until it breaks. I don't know. You go left,
or till you can't take the heat.
you turn it left until it stops. You know.
Put a wrench on the screwdriver. Probably turn it a little more.
A little more. I have a 2010 Golf. Awesome. Stock head unit had electrical noise on the aux. Oh, no way. Tried the KMMX705. Noise is worse and present in all inputs. Stock speaker and preamp out. I'm stumped. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man.
So years ago, when I used to work at this place called AVE, we had this Mustang come in, and good friend of ours, like I'd known the guy for years, and it didn't matter what we did, we had noise.
Okay.
We got to the point where we were draping cables, moving grounds, doing all kinds of shit. Nothing was working. Turned out they had a recall in the car for bad spark plug wires. So the spark plug wires were generating this god-awful noise that was at the right magnetic resonance frequency, whatever. It was just like, and it was coming right through. So the thing is a 2010 Golf. It's a 12-year-old car. You might be looking in the wrong spot is really what I have to say there. You might have an electrical issue where you're getting some form of RF bleed.
Good.
And that's where the noise is coming from, not necessarily the head unit.
I can say something that'll sound stupid.
No, go ahead.
Check the ground on the hood.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not stupid. But you're right. No,
it's a big old antenna right on top of where the spark plugs are.
Yeah. Check the ground on the hood. Check the grounds in general, because that's the one that had that power distribution on the top of the battery that would go bad.
Yep.
And that or get loose or get corroded and all that other fun stuff. So you might be looking in the wrong place. Now there are power line noise filters that you can get that will actually filter the power coming into the radio. Because that might be where you're getting your noise from. But there again, if it's a radiated noise versus something over the wire, it's going to be a tough one. But start checking points in your car. Maybe not the radio so much. I installed the Kenwood big touchscreen after using the factory head unit, same DSP and amp, completely different systems, 100% sound better. Oh, for sure. I mean, that goes back to what we were talking about. But the question is, there was more to it than just that. Like you went from a basic radio to that, which is a flagship Kenwood radio that has like the best of the best "thank you, sir" built into it, whereas your factory radio was built to the lowest common denominator. So can we get an awesome signal out of a factory radio? Yeah, we get pretty good.
Factory radio has way better AM.
The factory radio will always have way better AM. There's no question about it. But yeah, switching out to
You
that
can beat
Kenwood,
that.
yeah, is definitely an improvement for sure. I mean, yeah. Listen, if you could do an aftermarket radio, do an aftermarket radio. But if you can't, you got to make it feel good somehow.
All right.
That'll be put on a shirt.
Do you guys have any experience with the Metras Access DSP?
Yes. Is that the answer for that question? Can we go to the next one? No, yes. Yeah, good and bad. We played with it when it first came out, and it wasn't that exciting because they hadn't figured much out yet. Good. They've moved on. They've developed the software. They've moved along. They have better parts now, and we've had a pleasant experience with it. It is an entry DSP. It is a great piece. No, go ahead.
No.
Say it. I'm done.
Oh no!
I was to say I was talking to Rich Agans today, and he says hi.
Hi.
Oh.
So he was asking me about that because he needs an interface in the car, and he says, "Have you used it before?" And I said, "Yeah, it was okay before. It's good to hear that it's
much better
much
now.
Improved. I have not played with one
And
recently,
actually, it was funny. So they
let him know.
So they have the basic and advanced, and the basic comes with the basic is great because that's their Amp Pro. And so if you think about it, you get you don't necessarily have to use the DSP because it's just a 10 band DSP or EQ, which is cool.
Yeah.
If you need some pre-equalization,
Sure.
if you're just so they make the GM interface for the new GMs. So the other company came out with theirs, never got it to work, said they were going to come out, and now Metra actually has it. Yeah, I know. Anyways,
Yeah.
and it comes with the basic DSP, and it's great because some people still don't want to add DSP for whatever reason. So it's a 10 channel really basic.
Correct.
It's a 10 channel really basic DSP, so it will give you better sound than just bass and treble. But if there's no replacement for a bigger DSP. Okay, that's why they do make the advanced, which is a better DSP.
Yep.
But no, I have no problem with these. I will sell them and put them in a car. But I also, yes, you have to understand their limitations.
I've had a DSP in every system since 1991. Not 92.
Like I said, that's why we said DSP.
Yeah.
It's okay, man.
All right, so talk about DSPs now, right? Hello, Dean and Fernando. I have a Class AB amplifier for 20 years ago. I feel that I need more highs in my components. What do you recommend as a DSP or new amplifier with a higher high-pass filter and signal-to-noise ratio?
So basically, we want a good DSP and an AB class amplifier?
I mean, yes. Class AB amplifier from 20 years ago, most everything was AB at that point in time.
Yeah.
So that could mean it was a good quality amplifier. It could mean it was mediocre. It could mean it was...
You know who makes an AB class DSP amplifier?
We weren't talking about this just a little while ago, were we?
Were we? No.
Mhm.
Who are you thinking of? Oh, yeah, that. Yes, they... So
And
we got time. So if you head over to Mosconi-America.com, they make two products that you can look at. One is they make a 90 watt by 4 AB class DSP amplifier in the smaller footprint that is usually within it's not made out of unobtainium. But then if you like unobtainium, they do make the new 8.8, which is the Mosconi Pro. So in the Mosconi line, they have they have smaller, but they have a 90 by 8 DSP AB class amplifier you might want to take a look at. So in that 90 watt, I'm like, wait, I was thinking we're talking about Mosconi Pro, but there's that too. It's the 830 Mosconi Pro 830. That would be the unobtainium.
Yeah,
if you got the budget. But yeah, anyways, check out Mosconi.
All right, so.
Don't tell Dean.
We're going overtime.
Damn it, I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, totally overtime.
Hey, I'm not the keeper of the time, Fang.
All right, so I know we're going overtime, but this is last question.
Sure.
Yeah.
I install HK mini DSPs on bikes. Is there a chance to get more bands on the equalizer in the future?
Or now?
Oh, not right now. I can tell you we're working on a whole new lineup.
I'm
So
glad you're saying this.
won't just be one. And I could use software. No, not gonna be. We're working on it.
There you go.
It's definitely, it was a piece brought in because there was a need. It's worked well for that. Absolutely, we would
So
like
an upgrade is coming.
we would like to make it a better piece all the way around, and we're working very hard on that.
I'm not saying at 2 o'clock in the morning in some strange foreign country we're having some crazy.
It's not a strange country.
No, it was actually a beautiful country. We were having a great conversation about all of this, but I wasn't there.
There you go. That's
So if you like that form factor for the DSP, as Doug just said, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
You'll be happy.
Hey, say hi, party people.
What's up, people? Oh, hey, Haley. How are you?
All right, so
Losing her mind slowly.
Recognize that name.
Haley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where. Yeah.
Picture up there?
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah, that could be.
yeah,
Could be her.
right?
Who's the genius man? This is Douge Dobson from HKI.
That would be my niece.
Yeah, we don't know who he is. He's just some dude. He walked in and he wanted to hang out. So
Yeah,
we brought him in.
How are you? Oh, she's probably on her phone. She probably just landed.
Oh, wow.
In Florida.
So you'll make it home about the same time they do. Oh no, you have fast. You'll get there way quicker than them.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm driving a rental Corolla, so it's going to the floor, but it's still a Corolla.
Dog is like, we're not going anywhere. Never mind.
All right, hold on. Let me do this one.
All right.
Quick. The OME tweeters on a 2018 Persona look and feel much more expensive than the Hertz I replaced them with, but my OE's one sounds so dull. Do car manufacturers tune their systems to sound dull on purpose?
Well, they don't design them to sound aggressive. They design systems for pleasing everybody as much as they can.
That's why Bose has been so successful in car.
Yeah, with no highs and no lows.
Must be Bose.
Absolutely. The speakers, I won't say that they're more expensive or anything, but they definitely design systems to sound differently. So completely reasonable. You can have a great quality speaker that doesn't sound as aggressive, and you can have a great quality speaker that sounds more aggressive. It's what they want to design. But
yeah, I mean, sometimes like I was telling you, we did the Porsche, and the only speakers we replaced were the 6 up front, and we kept the center and the rear, and we just DSP'd them. And it was like, even the center, man, that was like, damn, that thing came to life. I mean, it was like, this is really nice.
Tom and the guys out at Music Car Northwest
Oh yeah,
have a kit for Porsches.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing they do, they just take out the factory tweeter and put in it used to be a Dynaudio. I'm not even sure what they're using now, but it was a really cool kit too. Like every wrench you needed to turn the thing out and pop. But their upgrade is change your tweeter out.
I think he showed me the 3D CAD of that. He was like, because I was showing him the one we made, because we make our mounts on the laser, and he goes, "Oh, dude, check this out. We 3D print ours," and I was like, "Ooh, great. What printer to use?" And that's what's sitting up front, because I just bought whatever Tom had.
I mean, it seems appropriate.
It does. I was like, "Which one are you using?" I'm looking
Well,
it up
I'll
on
tell
my phone.
When I last saw the kits, the last time I was out there visiting, it was laser. So
Yeah, no, well, like I said, they just got deep into 3D printing. So, but I mean, we've done 3 of those dashes now in the last 6 months, and it's like, dude, we've got that. This guy Mike Sajecki, who is the rep for one of the firms out here, he brought us the giant Morel tweeter, with the big Lotus grill, and I'm like, he's like, "I want these up there." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." But then we looked at it closely, and I was like, "Wait a minute, this has screws on the top of it. This on screws. This stupid piece comes off the top." So, I mean, granted, it's what holds the voice coil in place, the whole diaphragm voice coil, but we lasered a new piece to go on top of it, and we could drop ours right in there. I was like, "Oh, this is awesome." And they sounded so good up there. Thank you, Doug. I'll be in touch, DNF. Love the show for years. No, I just have the install my Morel 6x9s and the vet doors. Hey, no problem.
Very nice.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll just call it. We'll call it end there.
I know.
Yeah, that's
right.
Come on, let's go
Clicking
longer.
We respect their time. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. And hey, guess what, Doug? You know, this is going to be kind of special. This is the last show of the year.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. This is the last show of
it.
the year because
because the Saturday show.
Saturday.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we have a show Monday, but then that'll be the last show of the Monday show. But
correct.
That's it, guys. This is it. This is the last Saturday show because next Saturday is Christmas Eve, and the Saturday after that is New Year's Eve.
We're gonna have a party in the green room then.
We'll be partying in the green room.
Nice.
Partying in the green room. So, you know, though you'll still get to see us because we'll be doing all that from the Saturday show. I'd like to thank you guys so much for a wonderful year. Thank you guys for subscribing. We just hit 200,000 subscribers, which is freaking awesome.
Yes, indeed.
We will be doing a big giveaway of some sort in January. Because of the 12 days of Christmas, we didn't want to confuse the two. But yes, we will be. What's up, Phil?
Phil's
We'll be doing a giveaway. It's basically going to be like a tool giveaway. We're going to.
Phil.
Kid 2.
Yeah. What Phil?
Yeah, I know. Right?
I didn't see it over there.
Yeah. So we're going to put together a cool tool package to give away to somebody.
I'll be hanging out with him first couple of weeks in January.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to build the Audi over there.
That's a good
wow.
place.
Hang out with Chris and Phil and the crew.
Yeah.
Hey, why not? They got an okay set of tools.
I mean, they got really, really nice jigsaw.
Oh, there you go. You know.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Rough cut. Got to use it for rough cut.
T-taps
and a
and
few
all that
creative
stuff.
minds.
Oh,
And
they probably don't have T-taps. They probably use the new Posi taps.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, it's way better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Doug, for coming on.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, everyone, for
I love being
participating in the 12 days of Christmas. Remember, next week, we have, 5 more days next week of gifts for you guys. And they're going to be awesome gifts. Awesome gifts. We haven't even gotten started yet, guys, and we're already past halfway done.
It started.
Oh, yeah, I know. But it's just a matter of speaking. Pardon me. That's it. We're out of here. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Be cool. Remember, Uber lifts are cheap. Call a friend. Don't do anything stupid this weekend. Arrive alive. Get here so you can be back Monday and all week to win cool prizes. That's all I got for you. Have a great night. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Y'all.